mean,
I don't think I was.
it's weird talking grammar, like trying to like when you say like
smart.
yeah, it's like wait, no, I'm trying to say this, but I don't look smart enough to try to convey this.
You're trying to be a grammar Nazi. See Carl.
Where is Carl?
He's over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Carl.
Give me 5.
Hey, guys. What's going on? How's your week?
Oh, I want to touch your
Too long.
It has been
How about you?
It's not Friday. I'm confused.
Did you leave? Yeah. Well, shit
Carl,
happens.
we understand you're confused. You're a squid that thinks you're a jellyfish.
Yeah.
But we love you anyway.
Hey, Kyle, I wrote a song and I put you in it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I tell the world that you're really a fucking squid.
You fucking
Bitches.
asshole.
Merkin.
He's fucking dying over there.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, madams and dadums worldwide, strap your shit spreaders in for another episode of Let's Be Blunt with your host, Hot Rod and Money,
Cowabunga, motherfucker.
Master Disaster, Master Run,
Adios. I mean, hi.
and the man of the many voices, Senor JD. Hi, my bitches.
That was sweet.
I know, right? I like you trying to be sensual with it because, we're all over the place. And it's like, I at least want the intro to end on a nice soft note before we completely fuck up the rest of the episode.
Okay, then.
Right?
Exactly. I would like to also put on note that this is the 3rd week in a row that we made it through a full intro.
I know. I'm kind of surprised. I am proud of you, Master.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Like you're growing. I am very proud of you.
Yeah, I can see it right now.
Your effort is. I didn't realize we were camping. Holy shit! Ayo, whoa!
Who's
Your
pitching
tent,
the
your tent is meant for 2. I want to know.
You just coming to join?
That's a family-sized tent right there.
Hey, you. Well, 2 are coming in, and then some kids are coming out. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
hey, ayo.
It's that kind of episode, huh?
Oh my God! You know what's funny though?
Mashed potatoes.
Yes, that too. But as we were sitting there saying that reminded me of the Bugs Bunny. No, I'm sorry. It's Tiny Toons pigeons. Do you remember Tiny Toons?
Oh yes, I
where
love
they were
those
like
pigeons.
The gangster ones, like, "Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Are you talking to me?" And they're like the 2 goofy ass pigeons that are with Mindy, I think it was Mindy and the dog. Remember?
Is that where they were? Yeah, didn't they eventually got their own cartoons, didn't they?
Yeah, they had
Birds of a Feather or something like that.
I
Flock
think that's
together?
what it was.
Well, yeah, but
Politicians and corporate CEOs. That's on
what-
the side.
but one of them was like Joe Pesci,
Yeah,
and then the other one was kind of an idiot.
yeah.
They were based on fucking Henry Hill and the fuck's the name of that movie? Why Goodfellas?
Yes. Thank
Wow,
you.
fucking
Yeah, right.
because
How
this
did you-
is the movie episode.
No,
that was like weeks ago.
Yeah, but still. But it reminded me of that. And then, do you remember the Bugs Bunny ones where they had Bugsy and or Muggsy? Sorry,
Muggsy
and then the big goofy guy.
Yeah, well, I forget his name.
Oh
What
crap!
the fuck? What
Clarence?
the hell was his name?
No.
It could have been that.
It was always something weird.
But yeah, and there was a little short guy, the fucking little
Yeah.
short Scarface guy.
Yeah, the
Not-
short Scarface guy
not
with
Scarface, fucking Al Pacino Scarface, but Scarface, fucking
Wrong pile of Coke, sorry.
yeah.
the same ski hill, different straw. So, but yeah, the really short dude with like the wicked tall hat, and then there's a really
Yes,
tall
the
dude with
tall
a tiny hat.
All that.
Oh, but I remember watching those and like
Yeah,
Bugs.
see?
Yeah,
Sorry,
see?
I just remembered the voice.
That's fucking
But like,
great.
I remember watching like
Yeah, see?
them Bugs Bunny being in like a house and then the gangsters showing up.
That's totally the episode I was just picturing in my head. Go ahead.
And then he ends up like sitting them at the table as they're like divvying up the money. He's like, "Hey, where's mine? Hey, where's mine?
Yes.
I want one. He got one. I want one." And it's just Bugs Bunny bouncing all over the place. And the gangster's like, "Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
Yep,
oh, sorry.
yeah.
Oh, sorry." And he walks away in the other room, and the gangster and the other dude are like, "What the fuck?"
You know what I used to love about the counting money trick they used to do? Bugs used to do it a lot when he would be like, 1 for you,
Two for
1
me.
for me, 2 for you, and 1, 2 for me. And he would do 3 for you, and 1, 2, 3 for me. And you just keep going. Oh, man, I got to do that.
That's where I learned how to count.
That's how I learned how to hand out change.
Right? It's weird, like, the fucking shit you remember. The
gears are turning.
Oh,
That explains why whenever I used to buy a bag off of you, I didn't have enough for a wrap afterwards. Huh. I handed you a 50 for a dime,
A dime bag.
$50 a dime.
Remember when a dime bag cost a dime?
You know how much condoms used to cost back then?
Fuck if I know.
don't
We didn't
know.
want
Never
them.
used them. I fucking love Willie Nelson.
Oh my god.
We're
he's
off
a-
track.
It's over there.
But one thing too is Willie Nelson. I think actually,
He's a cartoon himself.
pretty much. But no, like there was a cartoon that they loosely based a character off of. I forget what the fuck it was.
Off of Willie Nelson?
Yeah, like
Hmm.
oh my god.
I don't know if I know
I
that.
had it like in the front of my head because you said it, and I remembered seeing a cartoon where they had him portrayed, and it was like, fuck, was it like?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's gonna bother me. I'll remember it like a week and a half from now.
What? Yeah, no, I don't know if like on like an old cartoon or something recent.
No, it was an older one. It was like something in the 90s, of course.
Huh.
But then again, everybody was everywhere on the cartoons back then. Oh wait, no, South Park. Never mind.
Oh
Carry
yeah,
on.
that doesn't count.
Wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
That
never
doesn't
mind.
count.
South Park doesn't count because they put everyone on. They had Kanye
Yeah.
in a fucking closet in that one.
That was one of my favorite
I'm in
episodes.
the closet. There's fish sticks in my mouth, but I don't not like gay fish. I'm in the closet.
That's like 2 different
Tom
episodes all
Cruise.
fucking
I don't give a
wrapped up
fuck.
together. That was
I remember
that was
watching South
impressive.
Park.
That was a good mashup.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it seamlessly went from locked in a closet to fucking fish sticks real quick. It was good. It was impressive.
He was having PTSD crossover.
It was like having 2 cups in the closet with a couple girls.
Ow! Fuck!
Oh man, we're all over the place. What the fuck happened?
I was so everywhere. with
This
that.
used to be a wholesome family show.
When?
When Jesus was involved with it, you
No,
heathen.
No.
So before I started.
So not this episode.
No, Montel's version was the wholesome
Oh.
one.
Right, Montel.
Shh. No. We're not going. That's not this episode.
He doesn't
Wait.
know how to be blunt.
But you know what I loved is like the originality of so much of the cartoons, like
Come
the
at me,
shit
Montel.
the shit they would get away with putting into it. Like no one ever questioned Bugs Bunny cross-dressing. We all just thought
No.
it was funny because Elmer Fudd was kissing
Yeah.
what was obviously a rabbit in a dress.
No one questioned Yosemite Sam's guns.
No, like
Never.
it was funny. Like the fact of him being like angry and going off because Bugs kept tricking him was funny.
Yeah.
Like I used to laugh
But, you
my
know,
ass
like-
off as a kid.
Even Elmer Fudd, like, how do you take away his gun? He's a hunter. He hunts with a fucking sickle now or a
They-
scythe.
Really?
What?
So, something like that, where they took away his gun and like he was chasing bugs with a fucking scythe, like he was the Grim Reaper. Is
That
that
just
a sickle? Is the scythe is the big one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I can't even pronounce it.
yeah. Sickle. Yeah,
Sickle's the little handheld, like on the fucking,
Yeah,
you know,
Um,
was that
I know-
Russia? What's flag
I
has
know what
the
you-
fucking?
yeah. It's the hammer and sickle. It was the flag of USSR. The Communist
Yeah.
Party.
So the sickle's the handheld one, and then the fucking scythe is what the Grim Reaper carries, right?
Yep, and they use that for cutting down hay and shit
Yeah,
like that.
a little
on
education
farms.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, so
that's
just
not
people?
this episode.
Da 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 da. Educational moment. Let's be blunt. A sickle is a small handheld cutting device used for cutting up
Farming
grass and
device?
hay. A sickle is a larger one that has a usual 6-foot handle, we'll say, and smaller nubs on it,
Mm-hmm.
used for a long sweeping motion.
They're nice to take heads
Da-da-da-da-da.
off with.
Yes, but I just saw Hey Arnold up there, and then
Yeah,
there's about
I
a
s-
whole nother
I
fucking
saw it
rabbit
too,
hole
and
of
it distracted me.
cartoons.
See, now I didn't like Hey Arnold.
Really, I
Did not
liked
like
Hey.
it.
See, I liked Hey Arnold. One
Because
because
the other one.
Angry
sorry.
Beavers.
That one.
Loved Angry Beavers.
See, but
Rocco's Modern Life.
I love that
Modern
one.
Life.
Did you see the reboot?
Heifer.
There was a reboot of Rocco.
Yeah.
Oh,
they
the
did-
movie.
Yeah, the movie.
I didn't see it.
It was.
I meant to watch it actually.
It was pretty good. Yeah, they did a reboot. Rocco's they had because at the
It was kind of updated too, right? Like it took
where
place
they
in,
had smartphones and all that. Like,
Yeah.
dude, he has a full mental breakdown in the show.
Real monsters.
Oh, my
Love
God.
that one too.
Dude, if you go to Bull Moose, they have all the DVDs of them.
Of the Nicktoons?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking at Two Stupid Dogs. That was another good one.
Right? Dude,
That
do you
was
remember
Cartoon Network, though.
Dude, I was gonna say early Cartoon Network was awesome. Cow and Chicken, the big red guy with the big red ass
yes.
everywhere.
So-
Dude, they were going around eating pork ass.
Funny
Like,
thing
just
about that
butts
red guy.
everywhere.
Pork plug?
Pork plug.
A funny thing about that red guy is I
Sorry for the finger.
was pulling the pork plug out.
Yeah.
I recently made a trade for a figure with someone. So when the figure showed up at my house, the packaging that the kid put it in, he fucking graffitied all over it. Like,
Yeah.
some pretty decent work. And that big red devil guy was fucking on the side of it. And the
That's
second I
awesome.
saw it, I was like, fucking Cow and Chicken. That's fucking awesome.
See, but like shit like that, like I don't think you could get away with that because they were listening
No.
to eating ass.
Yeah.
Like they were constantly just eating butts.
Some of the things that show alone did.
so
but
much damage
also-
but it's like
That was on like later, and like that was for the like a little bit older crowd. I mean, I guess our age at the time. Like, I mean, well, I was maybe a teenager when Cow and Chicken first started.
but
Trying to remember.
I don't know.
What?
You could pull up what year it came out.
but like that's like Cartoon Network
wait, I
itself
can't.
was more of like a teenage like
Yeah.
station because like especially they held like Toonami like after midnight.
Oh yes. Ooh, you okay over there?
Yeah, I
that
had a
one
burp.
sounded beefy.
I had a burp.
Beefy.
It came from the bellows of the belly.
But yeah, Toonami was great. That's where I actually got into a lot of the anime stuff. Was Toonami. Remember how? I don't know if you remember, but Toonami used to have this thing like, you'd call a phone number. It was a contest, and you could win. I won once.
Shut up,
Yeah,
really?
and I got the package. I wish I should dig through my fucking drawers. I wish I got a T-shirt that said Toonami across the chest. I got a little figurine of that little alien guy that fucking was the mascot for it,
Yeah.
and a couple other things like a lanyard and maybe a magnet or something. Like those, it was so long ago.
Oh my!
But yeah, I won once. I was fucking pumped. I was like, I can't believe I fucking won that.
I always wanted to win stuff like that, but like, I was always afraid to call in because it's like, well, what's the point? Millions of other people calling in.
See, I used to.
Oh my God! Why would you
Dexter's
do that?
Lab,
Dexter's Lab.
amazing. Oh, we just
that
gotta
was
go
a-
down this list. Why do they all start at 1? They should start at 10 or whatever and work their way down. No, don't go all the way down. It's fine. We're good. We already know what number 1 is.
But you know, like one thing about
Really, though,
Cartoon Network is
Rugrats?
all of those always have
Yeah.
Cartoon Network's innuendos were like so obvious.
They were, to the point where it's like you're not even trying to hide that.
Yeah, but it's funny. Like we always
Oh,
just
yeah.
laugh because
Yeah.
as kids we're just like ha 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 ha.
Was it Dexter's mom? No.
What?
Which one was it that like? No, it was Dexter's mom had the big ass. No,
Yeah. They all did.
they all did. Yeah,
all
I
the
guess
females had.
I
Like,
guess they really all
fucking-
did.
well, they have like all moms have dump trucks ass. Maybe that's why there's like a whole MILF fetish with big asses.
Because
Stifler's mom.
What?
Stifler's mom.
It's
got
got
it
it
going
going on.
Jason's mom has got it going on.
Hell yeah. Anyways,
So
Fucking Dexter's
DuckTales.
Lab. DuckTales was great. There's a new
Dude.
version of that, and it's terrible.
so
I
when
think at least I don't like the animation.
I went to a yard sale a fucking few months ago, and the girl that was putting it on worked at Radio Shack, I think it was, or GameStop, but they had a bunch of DuckTales figurines and stuff like that with the tag still on them.
Nice.
And I'm like, how much? She's like, $1. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
please.
I grabbed, there's 2 of them, and I want to go over 2. She's like, cool. And she just take 1. I'm like, but you said $1. She's like, yeah, about $1 for both. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, how much for anything else? She's like,
$1.
$1 for everything.
Oh,
I'm like,
for
okay.
everything?
Like $1 for each thing. And like when we like went up to her, like, well, how, we added everything up. She's like, just give me $5.
Jesus
And like
Christ.
we grabbed like
That's
a fuck
awesome.
ton of stuff. Like, okay.
That's pretty awesome.
But dude, like one thing I loved about like the innuendos and like, as you have Rugrats pulled up, was just how it was blatantly obvious if you knew
What to look at.
what the context of it would actually end up being.
My favorite is watching it as a kid and not getting the joke, and then rewatching it
Years later.
now and going, "Oh,
Huh.
how did they get away with that?"
Yeah.
Because it's so obvious to you when you're older that like it's just not obvious to a child.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Well, this one's it says 20 adult jokes and Nick cartoons that went right over your head. And the
There
very
we go.
first one is Lou's Lonely Space Fixins from Rugrats.
See, like that was the very first one that kind of like
And my
Wait a
personal
second.
favorite, Lonely Space Vixen. That's for after you go to bed.
Oh my god, I remember that.
But you know what's funny? Like, because so well,
That's good.
I forget what the fuck it was, but I had shared a meme into the group about like Playboys or something like that, and you had mentioned about having like a trash bag, like you mentioned about a trash bag, and I was like, remember like the parents passing down the collection, like the Playboys, the Hustlers, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And it's like
it was like a
it was
thing.
so normalized of it that it's in the fucking cartoon.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just so funny to see that, like watching it as an adult, you're like, oh shit.
Jesus. This one here, the Rocco's Modern Life fucking sex
The show is
operator.
fucking great.
One-on-one hotline.
Yeah.
Remember, be hot, be naughty, be courteous.
Every time someone mentions Rocco's Modern Life, that scene is the first thing that pops in my head when he's talking to Mrs. Bighead, and he's
What?
like, "Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby."
See, when someone says something like they're trying to be like mockingly hot, it's like, oh baby, you make me oh baby. And that's immediately what I think of is that. It's like, oh my God. The sports channel?
And
The
SpongeBob.
Sports Channel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm like, wait a minute. It took me a second. I forgot about that because Gary pulls up and just like, yo.
Meow.
See, I never watched SpongeBob a lot.
I was just looking for
Is
sports.
he watching the Pats game?
That looks like the fucking Cowboys.
It looks old school, right?
That looks like Finkel and Einhorn.
Einhorn and
Finkel.
Finkel.
Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel's Einhorn.
But like one thing that always threw me off with the older cartoons is when they threw like the real life people into it. How the fuck did this come from my left? Okay.
On your left.
Be polite, pass to your right.
I know, but
Pass the Dutchie on the left-hand side.
no. I don't fucking know. But like, cause it always confused me where they did stuff like that, where they would add in like the real life TV clips and stuff like that. It's like, how the fuck did they do that? And then, do you remember Chowder?
Oh my fucking god.
That's like a PTSD bring back because that show was fucked.
Wait a minute.
Play slug.
Play slug.
Oh my
Fucking
God.
Chowder. No, I do.
Is on Cartoon Network, is in Marzipan City. There was one character, I forget his name, but all he pretty much said was Rada. Rada, 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 Rada.
I might, I think I do remember Chowder, but I don't think I ever watched it because I hated it.
But one of the things
Was it animated? It was an
Yeah.
animated.
But it's animated with a live background or a static background, I guess, where like the
Right.
characters would move and the pattern would stay. So it's like as the characters
Yeah.
are moving along, like you would have like a plaid background, and as they're moving, the plaid stays, but the character moves along it.
Yeah. I think I remember that show, but I don't think I ever watched it because I didn't like it.
Do you remember the Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack?
Another one of those shows that I knew of but never watched.
You have no taste.
Excuse me. Listen, I grew up in a time when cartoons were cartoons. When fucking Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael were the heroes in a fucking half shell.
Turtle
Okay?
power.
Yes.
See, Carl.
What he said. Back when the fucking Transformers, when Optimus Prime was a fucking cab over and
Dude,
not
I
a
fucking love that shit.
Kenworth or the Peterbilt.
Peterbilt.
Sorry, whatever. Yeah,
I'm not a Mac. I'm a Peterbilt.
I actually
I'm a
realized
Peter
my
trash.
mistake after I fucking said it. I was like, no, wait a minute. He was a Peterbilt.
Well, no, see, do you remember the original Transformers movie? The shit
Yes,
scene?
when Optimus Prime fucking died.
Yeah.
Of course I remember that fucking movie. That's a beetle.
That's a beetle.
That's dead is what it is.
Was that Ringo?
Oh,
No, that
shit.
was John.
You are a douchebag.
Thank you.
I was aiming for Yoko, but...
Oh, shit. So was it the shooter?
I'm sorry.
I should
I'm
have said,
so sorry.
I should have said, so wasn't John Shooter.
Oh, man, I'm so sorry. John, I'm sorry. Please don't
That's
be mad
not
at
this
me.
episode.
No, that's
Oh my
never an
God.
episode. I'm going to go sit in the corner for a while and think about what I've done.
Oh, my God. What is wrong? What is wrong with you?
Whoa.
What is wrong with me? Well, please, have a seat and I will explain.
Well, I'm already sitting down, so please
So,
go
back
on.
in 1983,
There once was a man who made a mistake.
I
He
came
made
into this
your
world.
mom a birthday cake.
I
She
came into
made
this
her
world.
cream pie and
as a reject. Look into these eyes. You'll see the size of the flames. It's dwelling on my past. It's burning on my brain.
Oh my God! Who
Everyone that burns has to learn from the pain.
20 minutes in and we lost the whole episode.
Oh my
That's
god.
what happens.
Oh my god. No, not really.
So, hey, Arnold.
Hey, Arnold.
There's a lot
Hey,
of
Arnold.
sexual innuendos in Hey, Arnold.
I
I was
didn't
gonna say
like
there's
Hey Arnold.
it's loaded with it, but so like one thing because we had watched the Daffy Duck one when
Quack.
you said about like cartoons were real cartoons, like that's not real hand drawn shit.
Mhm.
Like when you watch like how intricate some of those motherfuckers are, and you're like,
Yep.
damn,
How was
someone's
that not done on a computer?
right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you see people like, you know, complaining about like how crappy like the animation is back then compared to now. It's like, yeah, because someone was drawing it by hand and coked
Yeah.
out of their fucking mind.
Yes.
Like they're like, okay, so what it is, man, I'm gonna fucking tell you, it's a duck, man. It's a duck, all right. So what this duck does, man, he's a dark-winged duck. But what it is, he's also a secret spy duck, and he's also duck. There's also a sailor duck. No, there's two different ones. It's a black one and a white one. They're duck brothers.
That's too totally.
What is he on?
Well, just don't. I mean, it's. Yeah, ducks.
Ducks, man.
The black duck, the white duck, they're in different universes, man.
No, the
How
guy
are they
that
fucking mixing universes. What's going on here?
Well, because they were animated from the same studios, weren't they?
I don't know where they might have been. Who knows?
Oh, Rugrats.
Mm. Phil and Lil's dad had gone male bonding. Oh, they're touching tips. I'm like, I don't get it.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Look at his face.
It was awkward. I was
They were
expecting
docking.
more. They were docking.
Dr. Bendova.
Doctor, yeah, remember that one? That was Rocco's Modern Life.
How
See, I don't.
Oh my god, her girl
She was
quiver.
obsessed.
Which way does this
Oh
go?
my god. There's only one way for it to go.
Well, I couldn't
To
remember
the
which
left.
direction you came from.
Oh, I come from the back sometimes.
Arnold, you make my girlhood tremble.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, I come
I
from the land
actually-
down under.
I actually remember that episode. I never liked Hannah, so I never watched it, but I do remember that. I remember that being controversial. This too, I remember. I remember this too.
Is that teacher getting her ass eaten?
Yeah.
Okay then.
A lot. Hey, Arnold. Holy shit.
Well, see,
You're not too old, Grandpa, and you still got plenty of brain cells. No,
Ah.
not since Woodstock.
That's good. Yeah, a lot going on in Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
Mind
You want me
making
to
it
come
a
too?
threesome.
Sure, I'd love to. That's it. If Arnold doesn't mind making it a threesome.
No, it's okay. We can all go together. I
He's
would
so-
say that too. I mean,
yeah.
yeah, sure.
I would
Yeah.
have said
Hey.
we can all come together.
You can all come. You'll see. Don't drop the soap.
Oh my god.
Poor Gary.
See,
Yeah.
it's one thing is like when they have somewhat of a joke in there, but when they just flood the cartoon with it.
That's what I feel like Hey Arnold's doing. Like this is
Yeah.
this whole list is Hey Arnold. Apparently, I should have watched Hey Arnold growing up.
I never realized that the mom was drunk the whole time.
I honestly don't even know.
Well, she
No.
was like she was always
Was she?
slurring and she was all over the place like, Helga, why don't you just go do like she was always
yeah?
drunk.
No
I
shit.
never once realized it. There was ones where like she would be sick, and she would come out, grab the blender, and go back into her room with it.
Huh.
Like that.
Yeah, there. Yeah, look, she was constantly drunk,
Oh
and
my
I never
god, that's
realized.
fucking
It.
crazy.
And it explained why the like. It
Helga was such a nutcase.
Yeah, well, because it was now thinking about it, like Helga was the neglected one because
Yeah.
the older sister was the one that was praised. No matter what happened, she was the perfect one. The dad, like,
Was a shithead.
yeah, he was like the typical, toxic masculine dad where like, you're going to be the best of the best, the best of the best. If you're not the best of the best of the best, you're shit. Ugh.
Yeah, see, I
Okay,
never
then.
watched it, so I didn't know.
I'm surprised I didn't hit the button.
I couldn't reach it.
If,
Oh my God!
Not that
Who
one.
the hell cares?
No, I wanted to hit that for you.
then.
now, there's a fucking cartoon, huh?
I never really got into
Family
that
Guy.
Family Guy. So there's
Oh.
a few
Yeah,
cartoons
no,
that
not Fairly Odd Parents. Family Guy. Fairly Odd Parents. That had a lot of good fucking adult jokes too.
there's a few cartoons that aren't even. They don't even qualify because their entire being is making the jokes.
They're meant to be offensive or
risque.
pushing the envelope. Risque. There's a good word. That's a good word
like
to use.
South Park,
Family
Family Guy,
Futurama, Simpsons.
I was gonna say Simpsons.
Simpsons was like the original.
They're still going.
Yep. What was that? 80s that started and just
I
it's
think so.
still fucking killing it.
something like that, mid 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because they
actually
started on
didn't
the
realize
was it the
that.
Tracy Ullman show? No.
Yes. You are absolutely
in fucking
correct.
stereo,
Yep, Tracy
gentlemen.
Ullman.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That was beautiful. I
So it was.
appreciate
It was
that.
The Simpsons started on Tracy Ullman, and then it fucking exploded to a phenomenon that you can't even explain.
Well,
And now they predict
20
shit.
no,
20
Tracy
something
Ullman's
years.
gone, and
Yeah,
they're
like,
still going.
We have listeners right now. They're going, "Who the fuck is Tracy Ullman?"
Right?
But they know
It's-
who Homer fucking Simpson is.
Oh yeah, it's funny when shit like you see shit like that, or you find out stuff like that, like
Yep.
where it starts, and you're like, "What the fuck is that?" And you go back and watch it, and you're like, "That explains everything."
Yeah, and you know what? Not for nothing. Tracy Ullman was fucking hilarious. Her fucking show was fantastic.
Dude, the fact is, like, it wasn't slapstick and like because
It
they
was just
didn't
raunchy comedy.
and they didn't put a lot of effort into not laughing. Like they would just let go. Like they would. I remember watching some of them, and they would just right in the middle. Like
Yeah.
they're talking like me and you, and he's just dead.
Yeah.
He's fucking dead.
Just
And
dying
they're just
laughing,
going.
It's the
like,
show that Jimmy Fallon should have been on. The motherfucker that could not laugh during a sketch.
It got old.
Really,
I-
really old.
I'm not gonna start talking shit, but Jimmy Fallon sucks.
Yeah, he does.
The reason the lava keeps shooting up in the air is because I love you.
And that's from Doug.
Doug.
See, that-
It's Patty Mayonnaise.
Fairly Odd. See, Fairly Odd Parents. That's
It's hard to keep nuts in your mouth when you're crying.
Oh, that one just won.
And Master Run is done.
Oh man, it's hard to keep nuts in your mouth while you're crying. That came from fucking Timmy Turner's dad.
Not if you fucking choke it right.
Oh,
Ooh.
boom.
Oh.
Try my sausage.
Try my sausage. Another Hey Arnold one. It's getting a little old, Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold was riddled with this shit. One of the things that I liked about Hey Arnold was because it was both like inner city kids, and I grew up in Lawrence, so it was kind of like, hey, I can relate to this somewhat. But it's like the way the adventures were, and just a lot of the stuff. I don't even know how to explain it, but it was just a really like interesting show to actually watch because the way they portrayed a lot of stuff, like you felt you could relate. You felt like you could relate. Sorry.
The inner city kids growing up on like doing adventures in the streets and stuff that I can relate to. Excuse me. Are
Probably involved a lot of coughing.
Ed, and Eddie.
Yes. Holy fuck. Eddie's Creek Cruise is my favorite fucking episode.
God.
When Rolf sits there in, when Double D sits there and plays the weird instrument thing with his feet and he's reading the book, he's like, this is the most boring instrument ever. And his just feet is going and the music's playing. He's just reading a book about like quantum physics or something. And it's just like, fucking seriously?
Oh man, I fucking loved Ed, and Eddie. I always got them confused though. I still to this day don't think I know who they all are. Which
I
is
never
which.
could go
Double
into
D is
that
the one
show.
with the hat, right?
Yep, Double D was one that had.
He's the smart
Ed
one.
was the one with the was the tall, goofy one.
Yeah,
and Eddie
Eddie
was
is
the
the
one that wanted all the money.
douchebag.
Yeah,
He was my favorite. No, I like Double D, but Eddie was there. There they are.
All right, so which one's the one on the left there? The goofy looking one?
That's Ed.
Ed?
Yeah, that's
Eddie.
Eddie. And
that's
that's
Double D. That's Ed. So Ed, and Eddie.
Gotcha.
And yeah, the fucking yellow shirt there, Eddie is a fucking douchebag.
Yeah.
And then fucking Plank.
Oh my god.
I used to have Plank. I used to have a plank of wood that I got, and I painted on it and fucking made Plank. It's
Dude,
long
the
gone
jokes
now,
in
but-
that show were fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but that's one of those shows where like they were put in a little bit discreetly, but they were meant to be like. Here we go. This is the perfect example. It was meant to be kind of raunchy.
yeah, but that's Ren and Stimpy. Are we moving on to Ren and Stimpy?
Apparently, we moved
Master
on to Ren
Ren.
and Stimpy.
Master Ren.
Ren. Speaking of Ren, the namesake.
Yeah, right.
Now that was another one, like what I'm saying is it was meant to be kind of like pushing the envelope a little bit.
Yeah. Well, hang on. Before we go into Ren and Stimpy, the one thing I liked about Ed, Ed and Eddie was the fact of like it was fun because it was goofy.
Sorry.
Like they like with Rolf, like the stuff that he had, like that's my horse or I am the son of a shepherd. You know, the stuff that like if you go through and listen to the stuff he said, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but it was all like fucking people. If people went back and watched that now, they'd probably pick him apart for fucking being racist. They'd probably pick apart fucking
Jimmy and like everybody else,
like mental illness. Like they were making fun, but it's not that they were making fun of all that. They were fucking.
They were giving it representation.
Yeah, like it was being represented the same way just anybody else would be represented in a comedic platform. Like it was just giving the proper.
It was giving them respect.
Exactly. Ren and Stimpy, on the other hand.
Ren and Stimpy, I fucking loves because even like I still remember songs now, like log. It's fine. It's fantasy free.
It's big. It's heavy. It's wood.
It's log.
What
Better than
rolls
bad.
downstairs, a loner and piss,
Let's
rolls
join
over
Ren
your
Hall.
neighbor's dog. What's great for a snack and fits on your back?
It's
log. It's log. It's big. It's heavy. It's wood.
From Blemmo.
From Blemmo, now comes Blog. Get yours today.
You're
All
gonna.
accessories
At
sold
breakfast
separately.
time.
Is this? Oh, I like this too.
Powdered toast, man. Oh my god.
What? I'm all out of powdered toast.
Calling powdered toast man. Come in.
Fucking
Please
Stimpy with the
respond.
giant hat. Oh, this is so good.
One thing I love about Ren and Stimpy is a lot of the flashback technology and the way they did stuff. Was like it felt like a cartoon from the 50s a lot with the way the animation was.
Yes.
And like the way like when they just showed him with that radio. Like it looks like a cartoon
very-
drawn in the 60s of what the future would be like.
Very space racy kind of.
Whoa.
Oof. You know what's funny about
On log.
If
Oh,
you wanna explode,
yes.
you cruise the commode in igloos, cave dwellings, or tents.
No need to explain when you got a drain.
Don't live zombie.
Electric fence.
You can swizzle on the sofa.
This one here. Oh, it's not the
Hello, boys
clip.
and
It's
girls.
just the song.
This is your old pal, Stinky Whizzleteeth.
Stinky Whizzleteeth.
This is a song about a whale. No! This is a song about being happy. That's right.
Happy?
Happy.
It's the
Joy.
happy, happy, joy, joy song.
Happy, happy, joy, joy. 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 Happy, happy, joy, joy, joy.
I don't think you're happy enough. That's
I'm
right.
happy enough. Thank you, Swizzle.
Do you remember the
Stinky
one where
Swizzleteeth.
they like what is it, like the human condoms or something like that, or like
Oh, the
the
nipples. The nipples. Rubber nipple man.
yeah with the horse? Can
The
you
rubber nipple salesman?
No,
Can you
sir.
put that one
I
on?
don't like it. What's funny about the happy, happy, joy, joy thing is I wish it was the clip from the fucking episode, because the first episode of Let's Be Blunt, before I was on, you said to him with those headphones on, you remind me of Ren from Ren and Stimpy in the happy, happy, joy, joy video when he had on the friggin'. Oh, so no, I think it was about a space helmet.
Madness.
It was the
It's
Space Madness one. That's
actually,
what it was.
put on Space Madness, please.
It was Space Madness. That's the one it was.
Oh my god! See, and that's one thing I love about like episodes like that is you can relate back to it. Probably the there you go. Yeah, yeah. Might as well see what happens.
They say sometimes people go crazy on these long trips. They get the space madness.
Relax, Captain.
What the?
How about
This
that?
is
A
heavily
three-course
I need some real food. Oh, my beloved ice cream bar.
Ugh, eating soap.
The show was so fucked.
Yeah, and then then it was off the air for a while, and then MTV brought it back, and they tried to fucking, because they're MTV, and it's like, well, we're not on Nickelodeon anymore. We can ramp up the fucking
Raunchiness.
the raunchiness, and they went too far. and it lasted I think 2 seasons, and or not even 2 seasons, and
I think it was just one.
died.
I don't even remember it being on MTV. I never saw it on there.
They went over, but I remember seeing one episode where something happened with the toilet. It got clogged, and they went to go plunge it, and Stimpy took the plunger, stuck the handle up his own ass, and started plunging the toilet like that.
Can you see if that clip is on there?
Like that, legit.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, that's, I get what you were trying to do, but I haven't seen it. Like, I vividly remember, this one too. That's one right there. This one? Yes.
I remember that one.
That's something different, but that's from the MTV time of Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, see, you can see the difference in animation. From that to now, if you look at that, like, look how thick the edges are. Look how, like, bright and vibrant, and like you can see it's more of an updated
dark lines
animation
and stuff. Yep.
The other one is very pale and light, and like
it's minimal. The anime, like the you can tell from the backgrounds. The background has a lot more going on.
Well,
but this is from the MTV times, and like they didn't do shit like this. Okay, so obviously our fucking listeners can't see this, but it's Ren has a fucking handsaw strapped to his crotch, and Stimpy has a log on his back, and Ren is basically fucking him in the ass to saw the log.
And it's like that's one thing that like it's blatantly obvious what they are trying to like and what's the word I'm thinking of, like that's blatantly obvious what they're trying to imply. That's what
imply. Yes. There's another one.
Like, why?
Look,
Like,
this
why?
one. Stimpy's the catcher and Ren's the pitcher.
Eat ball, my little Blumpkin.
Blumpkin.
But yeah, so
like it's very obvious, and they're going into a bed like with the heart there. Look at the sounds of it is all squishy. It's like, what is the point of it? Why do you need to have that?
That's what MTV did, is they actually made them, because like there was like throughout the fucking years, people would speculate, Ren and Stimpy were fucking a gay couple and stuff like that. So that's what MTV did, is they were like, let's be fucking,
might as well push that, might as well like.
And they actually fucking did it, and it wasn't a good move. It killed the show. But yeah, every time someone talks about Ren and Stimpy, it's like, and they talk about shit like that, it's like, no, that's not Ren and Stimpy. That's fucking MTV's Ren and Stimpy.
That's not the MTV. The MTV. That's not the Ren and Stimpy we grew up with.
No. And Ren and Stimpy was on Nickelodeon, and it was bad, but not over the top.
The one thing I liked about it was like, not so much the fact of it being like risque and over the top, but it was funny because one, there's the songs like Happy Joy Joy, Log. Then you have like the horse dude, where it's like you don't think about him in like the rubber suit and the creepy guy, like the Buffalo Bill references that they're putting in there. Think about it, it's Buffalo Bill reference.
Yep.
But it's just the fact of the say, you got any nipples that would fit a human, or like whatever he says. Like it's one of those, like,
it's quotable and memorable, whereas the other stuff is just, it's the shock factor. It's like what we talked about with the horror movie like episode. There's the gore factor, which is
shock factor
they do for the shock factor, and then there's the actual like thought that got put into making it scary.
Yeah,
it's with this is like the thought that got put into making this innuendo or this joke, but hiding it within something else. And then there's what MTV did, or what other people do for a comedy like that, is they just fucking throw it right in your face, and it's not memorable. It's like, oh yeah, he was sawing in the ass. It was haha.
Yeah, like,
but the horse fucking taking a bite out of some kitty litter and going,
no
sir, I don't like it. It's a quotable fucking line.
Like you remember that shit because it's actually funny, and it's like, but that's. Do you remember Celebrity Deathmatch?
I fucking love Celebrity Deathmatch.
Now, see, because you mentioned MTV, and it's oh my God, Judge Mills Lanes. But like one thing that like, because when you mentioned MTV, it's like it made me think, it was like, oh shit, like the other networks that had cartoons that were aimed at adults,
adult cartoons, yeah,
like Spike TV. You remember fucking Spike TV?
I do remember Spike.
Dude, there's Stripperella.
Stripperella.
Fucking, was it Gary the Rat?
Gary the fucking Rat. Holy shit, yeah.
Yeah, that was, Kelsey Grammer had a cartoon there.
I don't remember that one, but I believe that.
But like, So it's like when you mentioned MTV. Like I said, I went down a quick rabbit hole there, but it's like I immediately thought of Celebrity Deathmatch.
What the fuck?
MTV. That's interesting.
Click on that. See what it does.
No.
No. I want to know if it actually does something, because if that just click it, please.
But you see what I searched Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yeah, you're talking about the two dudes that looks like they're about to take it, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm a gay for pay porn star sneak peek. True life. It's the
MTV Vault.
Yeah, it's MTV
Oh,
Vault,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, you remember that shit? Oh, no, that's not this episode. But with Celebrity Deathmatch, one thing I liked about it was they did how just ridiculous it was.
I didn't realize it was going to autoplay.
Oh, sorry. It was how ridiculous the deaths were. When you look at it and you watch it, it's just it's ridiculous. They get a fucking chainsaw and they cut one of their arms off, and they're like, "Oh, that's it." Which one? It reminds me of the scene from "Tis But a Scratch."
Oh, fucking Monty Python.
Yeah.
Yeah, cut off your arm.
No.
'Tis a scratch.
'Tis but a scratch.
Have at thee. I can tell you, I didn't see it, but I tell you, they killed the Spice Girls by dropping the rafters on them. I remember that. There it is.
I remember the Spice Girls.
They killed everybody, not just wasn't it Marilyn Manson that did it?
I think so.
I think Marilyn Manson. Yep, there he is. I caught it when you fucking glanced over.
Oh, yeah.
Manson fucking dropped the rafters on them all. I remember that.
That's
no.
fucking...
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah,
Yep.
Manson. Oh man, that was I think that was the first episode of Celebrity Deathmatch.
I love the way that they're all the celebrities were portrayed in there, and it's that's one thing I like about other networks, because they can portray real life celebrities, because that's just kind of what they do. What?
Sorry,
cars versus trains.
Yeah.
So, the random side shit that pops up. That's not this episode.
I got distracted.
That's not this
It's
episode.
very distracting. We should probably put this on the small screen.
But
no, put that back. That was...
But with Celebrity Deathmatch, with Marilyn Manson, with how they show him there, he does. Yes, he did look like that in the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah, they just took kind of every stage photo of Marilyn Manson and went, all right, we're just gonna put this thing together, put some black around the eyes here, make him a little pale. All right, there you go.
Send it.
Yep, that's it. That's Manson.
But
but that's what all because
looks good to me.
Yeah, I could probably make that out of clay. That's what I loved about it. It was just so basic with the fucking work they did. They didn't put a lot of but that was purposely they didn't put a lot into it to make it look like it was just
that's how it was supposed to be portrayed.
I love it. I love this. This show is fucking fantastic.
And so I said, just one of my favorite things is just the fact of how over the top it was.
Yeah.
And it's just how ridiculous they would get with stuff. Because they would have them, swear, be beeped out. But it's just the fact that they...
I guess I forgot to lower my phone.
Oh, no.
Whoops.
And it's just
There's
how...
always one.
How they would let them, kind of swear but be beeped out. And it was just even more fun that way, because it's not like they were not trying to not swear. They were fucking swearing. They're just beeping it out.
Yeah, they were
It was just
swearing. You gotta,
it's too far away.
We should put that on the main board.
Yeah, could probably do that. We'd have to get rid of one of these.
I could lose that one and be okay.
That's not this
until
episode.
we lose it. Then we want to find it again.
The main one that we can't lose though, above any other one.
You are a douchebag.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We need that one. That's a keeper.
Do we use that tonight?
We have.
We have. Of course we did.
We did that very early on.
Yeah. It usually happens early.
We were talking something about Michael Jordan, and he said how he didn't touch him either, and he just got all sorts of sensitive.
Wait, what?
It's just you have something with Michael's not touching you.
I guess.
You went to a meet and greet. He wouldn't shake your hand or hug you, and you're like, just none of these Michaels will touch me.
None of these MJs want to touch me.
None of these MJs want to.
Hopefully Mary Jane does. I'm in love with Mary Jane. Oh,
It's something that,
wow, we're fucking jumping to the loons.
Oh my god!
We were already talking about.
I had to get us back on track.
But I mean, I could talk about Roadrunner Wiley. They're my favorite.
Wait, what do you mean? We've been on track.
Taz. We've been talking about Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that MTV had other pretty decent.
Well, that's me
animated
too.
Animated shows.
After that, I was gonna go to Spike TV.
Wasn't fucking MTV Drawn Together?
Yes. No, that was Comedy Central.
What was that? Comedy Central? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
which that was another one too. Comedy Central was an off one that had some good animations.
Yeah.
That and Sci-Fi, they had Trip in the Rift.
Oh my fucking god, Tripping the Rift.
Dude, so
that was some of the worst computer animation, but it was back when there was like a new fucking technology. Oh, but what a fucking raunchy show that was. This Drawn Together show was fantastic too.
I don't remember it.
It was all like
bad.
different like generations and genres of like cartoon character living. It was a reality show.
Yeah.
Like they were like kind of like
Real
what
World.
was- yeah,
Oh,
what was that
wait
one
a
on
minute, wait a
MT
minute. I
on
think I do.
VH1?
What
With,
was this on? Comedy Central?
Yeah.
I think I do remember it.
The one on VH1 with Dave Coulier and fucking Mini Me was on it. Celebrity fucking...
Celebrity Rehab?
No, but that was a good one. No, I don't think it had celebrity in it. I forget what it was, but it had a lot of old celebrities on it. And it was a reality show. They all lived in a house together, like Real World style. But that's kind of what this was based on, because it was supposed to be all old fucking cartoons that lived in a house together.
Yeah, and it's funny because the one that was
I think I
like,
remember it
Betty
now.
Boop was like a raging alcoholic and like a whore and stuff like
Smoking
that.
cigarettes and shit.
Didn't they like blur out her cartoon tits on one of the episodes?
Her tits, her pussy, like they did.
She was like a whore, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
everything
okay.
was popping out. She was always flashing it. Oh, the same thing with this Foxy fucking, I forget her name.
Foxy Cleopatra.
Was that her name?
I think
that was
That's from something else, I think.
Austin Powers.
I don't care.
But yeah, no, that was a great show Drawn Together. I'm gonna have to. I wonder if that's on. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'd rewatch that. They had the Pikachu fucking character.
Oh my god, yes.
The little fucking Pokemon who was a little asshole.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
There he
Oh,
is
my
sitting on
God,
top of that
Spanky
yellow
Ham.
guy's head.
Oh
The
yeah.
yeah. Oh,
Wasn't
man.
the yellow guy supposed to be like Duckman or something?
Duckman. No, what was It reminded me more of Jar Jar Binks, if anything. Well, if you really think about it, that's what that character was. Like,
it was
in
that
show-
goofy kind of.
In that show, he was the Jar Jar Binks. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's exactly what he is, the Jar Jar Binks of a character.
Duckman. Oh
Duckman.
my
Private
fucking
Dick.
God. See, that was a
Raunchy.
straight adult cartoon on HBO.
Well,
USA.
Well, USA, really?
Yep.
Really?
Wow.
It aired
I thought
on
that was
USA Network
HBO.
from March 5th, 1994 through September 6th, 1997.
Holy shit! September 6th, huh?
See, that's one thing.
It's birthday. It's day of death is in a few days.
Actually, the day we release this.
Didn't Jerry Reed? No. Tim. Fucking
Tim Burton.
no. Fucking Burt Reynolds. Didn't he die on September 6th?
Did he?
I think
Burt
so.
Reynolds died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds is dead.
Damn.
Smokey
like-
and the Bandit didn't come out like a couple of years ago.
No.
No, I know that. I do
Like-
know that. I should watch that. I meant to watch that.
It's a great
Instead, I
movie.
watched Easy Rider.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
You should
well-
also. That's not this episode.
Oh, right.
But
Next
you know,
week's
another
episode.
one
2
too.
weeks ago.
That's
2 weeks
like
ago. I used to love Duckman.
right.
Duckman was a great fucking show.
But like another one that I like too about it was not so much on the raunchy side, but it was just kind of weird. Was Cat Dog.
Oh, I fucking love Cat Dog.
Like it was just weird.
We so my dog Frank, she likes to sit up on the back of the fucking sofa and look out the window like a cat would do. So we call her Cat Dog and we start singing the song Cat Dog, Cat Dog, alone in the world, the little cat dog. So we sing that at least fucking once a day.
That's
and,
fucking great.
see, and that's
My
one
idiot
thing,
does
like,
that too.
That's weird, right?
and that's one thing I like about like you can reference back to those cartoons.
Yes.
Like you can't reference back to a lot of cartoons nowadays because
They're
those
not-
their references is our references.
They're not memorable. Or the references they're making are the references we would make.
Yeah, like they've already been made. They've already been done.
Yeah.
But it's like it's funny to me, like because the girls will watch something and they'll make a reference to a cartoon that we watched, and it's just like,
Well, you know what I like now about something that October's been doing. The shows, cartoons now are like drama series. They have like riveting stories. Like we were talking before about Avatar,
yes,
the last Airbender, not the blue people. Like
we don't
the original
talk about
Avatar.
that. Yeah.
That's offensive.
We don't talk about that. The blue people is not Avatar.
No.
It is a weird. Sorry, I've got my microphone to be moved. The blue people thing is some weird fucking cinemagic. Whoa, that has nothing to do with Avatar.
Not at all.
No,
But
and
yeah,
we don't talk about the other movie either.
Yeah, that weird one that M. Night Shyamalan Dama made.
Yeah, one thing I like about M. Night Shyamalan is the twist he does. Like when you think he's gonna make a good movie and it sucks.
Yes, that twist is. You can expect that twist in almost every movie except for like 2 or 3.
Yeah, exactly. But
a broken clock is right twice a day. So
exactly. But even like with some cartoons, when they're bad, sometimes they're good. And it's like that's one thing I like about a lot of like the off networks that don't specialize in cartoons when they do them, because it's like with Trippin' the Rift, where the animation is so fucking horrible because it's first generation, like it's their first attempt at animation, like because it's sci-fi.
Yeah.
They do the creepy, the weird, the
sci-fi doesn't
like
the thing with the Sci-Fi Channel is they don't care if they put out a fucking piece of trash. Like they're all about the fucking campiness and not that it's trash.
Yeah, they
but
are.
They're sci-fi held on to what made monster movies great was the campiness. And every sci-fi property that they make themselves is campy and just cheesy, and like that's why they're so Sharknado.
There's more than isn't there more than
like,
one?
Like 10 of them. Maybe there's only like maybe 4 or 5, but that's what was great about their animation too. Their animation properties like Tripping the Rift, they just kept to that campy fucking.
It looks like you're fucking knuckle shuffling over there.
I thought about it.
Playing a little pocket pool,
right?
I went right up the pant leg.
Are you excited?
Pant leg pool.
Is that a roll of quarters, or you just thought about the same?
That's my sock drawer.
Your sock drawer. Ooh.
Roll of dimes.
Stack of dimes. Not even a full
I was gonna
roll.
say pennies.
3 dimes.
I got a roll of pennies that actually, when you crack it open, it turns out just to be like a little piece of wood in the middle with like ridges cut in it.
It's a wooden dowel.
When you crack mine open, it's actually sweet tots.
I was gonna say Tic Tacs.
Necco wafers.
Oh, I fucking hate those.
It's like eating the host. Everyone after the other.
It's like eating
Body of
chalkboard.
Christ. The body of Christ. The body of Christ. The body of Christ.
Can you douchebag him?
You are a douchebag. You are.
He gets it twice.
Thank you.
The double douche.
That.
So bad I had a double douche.
Oh my God, my sister has the same thing.
Summer's Eve.
Bob's Burgers. That was a good one.
Actually, I think that's still going. I'm not.
Yeah,
sure.
it is. It's still going.
But
It's still on.
One thing I like about Bob's Burgers is its cuteness.
Burgers.
Like Bob's Burgers is cute because it is a family drama where like it has the very stereotypical family dynamic that every fucking TV show has now. The dumb dad, the smart mom, then there's the 3 kids with the
ass kids.
Excuse me, pardon me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Shalom. Where they have
Mazel.
the 3 kids where the older one is either the geek or the boring one.
Yep.
The middle one is either psychotically crazy or like
dumb as
invisible.
rocks.
Yeah, or dumb as rocks. And then the young one is a mastermind. Regardless, it's a mastermind.
Evil
like, it's smart.
fucking genius.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, think
Just
about
picturing
it.
Family Guy's kids
Stewie.
too. It's like
It's how
And
they
that's
all are.
the chick with the bunny ears hair.
Yep.
She's the
Louise.
same kind of evil genius. I don't really watch this. You know what I watch? Like the same people are involved in this that are involved in Archer.
Yes.
I hate Archer.
Oh, I love Archer. It's one of my favorite fucking shows.
When I
Were you fingering the bottle?
Shut up. When I worked doing overnights, we used to watch Archer,
It's a
and it was
tight
funny
hole.
sometimes, but it's like after a while, I'm like, all right, I'm going to bed. And it's
I
I'd
can't-
rather sleep uncomfortable in a truck than watch that.
Oh, I love Archer. It's so fucking. The jokes are so good.
They're bad.
They're good.
No, they're bad.
Ugh.
They're so bad they're
just
good,
don't
or
know.
they're so good they're bad.
You just don't.
King of
know.
the Hill. That's
Eh,
next on the list.
It was all right.
King of the Hill for me is a good wholesome cartoon because it's not overtly funny, but it has it has its puns, its innuendos.
It was boring.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's a wholesome
No,
cartoon.
yeah.
It's
Now, don't get me
quiet.
wrong. I will watch it if I go past it, and I won't hate it. but it's boring. Like it's good for. I like when the four of them are standing outside having a beer. Like that's one of my favorite parts when they're just hanging out talking.
It's kind of like three douchebags in a basement.
Kind of like three douchebags in a basement.
So much
blunt
cocaine.
power.
Blunt. Futurama.
Futurama is one of my favorites. Top 5 shows.
One thing I love about Futurama is I don't want to say it's pettiness because a lot of
Bender's petty.
Well, like that's what I'm saying. Like, because like Bender's comedy, the pettiness, the shit that he does, like it's it helps control the arches of the episode.
Yeah,
but
that's because he's the best character in the show.
But it's
bite my shiny metal ass.
Bite my shiny golden ass.
But then it's like if you look at a lot of like the details of the episode, it's actually like a really serious, dramatic thing. Like it can give you life lessons.
Of course it can. It's Futurama. It can prepare you for what to be ready for. I don't know. That was
in the year 3000.
Yeah, in the year 3000. I like Futurama because it continued to be funny when Simpsons didn't.
He went there.
Yeah. Well, Space Ghost Coast to Coast is a good one.
Oh my god, that was such a good one.
That was on a good fucking run. Adult Swim.
Yeah. See, that's one thing I say. I was just gonna say Adult Swim. I used to love watching.
Yeah, that was
home movies, hillbilly, the weird hillbilly ones.
Squidbillies.
Carl.
Yeah, you were one of the Squidbillies, weren't you?
Shit. I hoped you guys wouldn't recognize me.
Bitch.
We're gonna talk. I recognize your voice.
We're not gonna talk. I can't talk. I'm a fucking jellyfish.
Says the one talking.
I don't know why I found that so funny. That was perfect.
It's almost like BoJack Horseman.
I was saying that's like Bo Jeff Dunham like speaking Spanish with between the characters. Like, whoa, I don't speak Spanish. And they're like,
they both look at him like, what? Oh man, BoJack Horseman was all right. I never got into that.
I never watched it.
I watched the first like 2 or 3 episodes, and I like Will Arnett. Will Arnett's one of my favorite actors. He's hilarious, but I don't know. BoJack Horseman didn't do it for me. But I guess it's popular.
I think Will Arnett's only funny because of his voice.
Maybe I like his asshole kind of. He always plays the asshole.
Yeah,
maybe that's why I like him. But like, I love how well he plays an asshole.
Yeah,
I think even like I talked about it before, but he has a podcast with a couple other guys. The dude from Will and Grace. But anyway, he has a pod. And he's like he kind of like is in character a little bit on the fucking podcast. Like he obviously isn't in character the whole time, but he like breaks into that, and I think he's absolutely fucking hilarious.
Is his voice really that deep all the time?
Yeah, that's his real voice. His absolute. He has a show too on Hulu that I watch called Lego Masters. He's the host of.
Oh no, I love Lego Masters.
That's fucking a great show. Yeah, but no, Will Arnett I like. There's Archer again.
One thing too, like speaking of Will Arnett, and Lego Masters, the Lego Batman, like the Lego movies.
He does the.
I thought was awesome.
Yeah, amazing. Like and, he's a great fucking voice. Now that
sorry,
we'll hold on to that one. He's a great fucking Batman voice. I feel for a comedic Batman like that. I think he's fantastic, and he's fucking awesome in those movies.
See, one thing I liked about that is like stop motion animation. Is like where they like move everything a fucking 1.5 million times.
Yes. Well, see, that's too bad though. These new Lego movies, they're not made like that. They're obviously computer fucking generated. I mean, they throw in that aspect to fucking kind of have that retro feel, but like,
well, the first one wasn't that like real? That was real.
Did they do the whole movie like that?
That's what a lot of the things I've read is.
Really, I'm gonna have to look that up.
Because you can look at like the tops of them and see like thumbprints on shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like if you look closely on a lot of it, you'll see like thumbprints and
I
like
didn't know that.
Scuff marks and stuff like that, and like
I'm gonna have to check that out because I know, like, I mean, it takes forever to make a movie like that too, like Nightmare Before Christmas. And
oh my god! Imagine having to do that.
I would love to, honestly. Yeah, I would love to.
I don't have that patience.
I don't think I could bring myself to actually just start doing it out of nowhere now. But if I fucking started that shit when I was younger, I would have loved to have done that.
See, that's one thing like you start early and you work your way into. That's why like one thing like I like about the animation from when we were younger is it felt like it was someone watching their parent do it and they fell in love with it as well.
Yeah.
Whereas now I feel like a lot of the stuff is just for a check.
Yeah. Well, that's when YouTube fucking, where YouTube came from. But now this show Fucking Rick and Morty. You watch that?
No.
Oh my
Nope.
fucking God, dude. I used to fucking refuse to watch this show. I'm like, that fucking show's terrible. I tried watching the first episode. I'm like, it's stupid. Rick fucking pisses me off. He fucking burps through dialogue and shit.
Who's who?
Rick is the fucking scientist. Morty is the kid.
Oh, okay.
That's his grandfather. Morty's the grandson. I fucking watched it again, and I made it through the first couple episodes, and it's fucking hilarious. The shit they fucking talk about and the shit they do and the fucking shots that they fire at people is fucking amazing. And the one thing I found out about the show, the reason why I had such a hard time like with getting into it, the first season, I don't know if it continued on, but I think it does a little bit. It's all ad-libbed. There's no scripts. Like the animation comes up and they sit down, Dan Harmon and the other voice actors, Dan Harmon's the creator, and they fucking watch the episode and come up with the dialogue as they're watching it.
Really?
Yeah, like they have an idea, a guideline of what the episode is about and where they have to go, but there was no dialogue. And you can tell by watching it that they're like, some of the shit they're saying, you're like, what the fuck? And that's why. And when you figure that out, it makes the show so much fucking better.
See, now I'm gonna go back and watch it because I watched
so good.
I've seen clips of it and I've just never really hooked onto it.
I was the same way, but I sat down one day and I watched the whole first season and I was fucking hooked.
If it's on, I'll stop and watch it for a few, but I've yet to finish a full episode.
Oh, it's so fucking good. It's tough. It's definitely tough because I had a hard time, but once I got hooked to it, I was obsessed.
Shalom.
Thank you.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Beavis and Butthead.
Love.
Oh, that's
Love.
like the 80s animation that was so bad. Like the
80s
faces,
animation in the 90s.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like, obviously it carried in.
Yeah.
But was just how bad it.
I am the great Conholio. I need some TP for my bunghole.
But like that, like just so, again, a good cartoon that was so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Because like just the faces that like even the people had, like, because that's where King of the Hill started was.
Yep, King of
Beavis
the
and
Hill, Daria.
Yep. Wait, Daria was Beavis and Butthead?
Daria was in their class.
And then she got her
They used
spinoff.
to make fun of her.
Really?
Yeah,
Yep.
there was a couple episodes where like they would point her out and like make fun of her a little bit.
I don't
And then
remember that.
Daria spun off into her own show.
I liked Daria.
Daria was
actually.
a great show.
When we found it on Netflix, we watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I should do that.
Like the whole, like all of it, which is another thing because like watching that shit now, it makes you realize like how messed up American culture is. Because there's one episode that I watched where they're supposed to make like an adult decision where like this girl ended up going to a car dealership to like, make a deal, negotiate, and get almost to the point of signing. Not signed though, but like,
I remember that episode.
But what it is the salesman is this kind of like middle-aged, fat, greasy dude that shows up at her house, the teenage girl who's like 16 or something like that, the cheerleader who's wicked ditzy.
Yes.
Shows up at her house like, like, hey, I grabbed your address from your paperwork, want to know if you want to come out for, I was out on a test ride and I just happened to be in your neighborhood.
I think I remember this episode.
It's like you watch it's like, holy fuck.
Yeah, like that's fucked up.
Dude, you're a stalker.
Yeah, it's creepy as shit.
I think I remember that episode. I vaguely remember that from something.
I think you talked about it once or twice.
Maybe that's what it was.
Probably. But until, the next time we have enough time, we'll talk about some other stuff.
Some more Beavis and Butthead, how they tried to bring it back?
Probably. I don't know.
The movie was funny.
Oh, yeah, they did America.
There are a lot of sluts in Las Vegas.
Is this a goddamn?
I just have one question. Is this a goddamn?
Good night, everyone. Or good day.
Good morrow.
Good morrow. Good morrow, Abbott.
And if I don't see you, good day, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
American.
Who's American?
Sparkin' American.
Make American great again.
Blumpkin Pumpkin.